Hello, you divine infinite human beings. You're all that is, ever has been, and ever shall be. Your divine infinite love, your divine infinite truth, your divine infinite source. Your infinite. Hi everyone, and I wanted to talk to you about what's going on now on planet Earth. There's two of them, at least. And the frequency war that we are now in, okay? So if you are confused about what's going on, rightly so, because we are in a frequency war. And the most important thing about the frequency war, I think, is to remember where you're going. And that is home. Whatever that means to you. If it resonates, if it rings a bell, that's great. Home to the God source worlds, home to your true place of origin, home to source, home to what I call divine infinite source, which is you. And you're returning to that frequency, the frequency of truth, the frequency of the God worlds, all right? Hi, I'm Elizabeth Monroy. I'm the author of The Pathway Home, which is coming out soon. I'm an author, filmmaker, Ascension coach, guide, energetic healer, and all kinds of things, hypnotherapist, Reiki Master. And my mission is to help you in your ascension into becoming and returning to the infinite divine human being that God created you to be, and to go create a new infinite earth. That's it. So I'm talking to you today about frequency. The frequency war that's going on right now, because it's all about the energetic vibrational frequencies bands that we are in. And we are in an ascension cycle, so naturally, organically, our sun is activating us. Our planet is going through the great year, platonic year. We're in an ascension cycle, rising in frequency, basically. And there are those who do not want that to happen, and they're doing everything they can with artificial technology, weaponized medicine, and all kinds of SpaceX satellites and internet Wi-Fi weaponry and everything to keep the frequency on the planet low and to keep you low within it, asleep in the dream spell. That's basically when you're in the lower frequency. So right now we are moving in and out of frequencies, very much like, if you ever did radios in the old-fashioned days, like, we had AM and FM radios. So we are moving in and out of frequencies, which is something you're going to feel on a day-to-day, moment-to-moment basis. So don't judge it, because you may be high and tuned in to the highest frequency, be getting that station in really, really clear, as you're driving, and then you drive out of it, so to speak. Have you ever had that happen? Those that still do radio, you drive out of the frequency. The next thing you know, you've lost it, and you're picking up maybe something lower. Maybe you're listening to the high frequencies of violins, and you drive into like rap music, boom, 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 boom. So that's what you're doing. We're surfing. We're going in and out of frequency. Focusing. Oh, there's Kiki trying to get some pets. And that means that you need to stay focused on where you're going, like a beam steer. A pilot hones in on a beam, and the highest frequency, always seek the highest frequency. As I say on my website, www.infinitehuman.com, please visit it. I just redid it. Steer beam to the highest frequency, to the home world, to the earth before the fall, okay? During the golden age, before the fall, to Tara, Gaia, the earth in 5 dimensions, 7 dimension, higher dimensional earths, okay? So do that, all right? Now, today is like, nowadays though, as you drive to your goal, you might have it set in your little Siri, your GPS, and it's kind of like, I would call it driving in Sicily, okay? I'm in Sicily, see? And I drove here from where I live by the beach, and it's about an hour drive, and it's nice and peaceful. I'm listening to my inner sounds, humming along, hearing violins in my head as I'm in the higher frequencies, and then I hit Palermo, the traffic, the 5G, the waves, and everything. And that's, I always wondered, why was I led here, you guys? Why was I guided here? It was to learn, and it was to learn to be a guide so I can teach you. So let's do the as above, so below comparison. Driving in Sicily. Now, I've driven in New York, Los Angeles. I've even driven on the other side of the road in Cyprus and Gibraltar. You know, I've driven all over, but nothing is like driving in Sicily. Let me tell you, it takes the cake. First of all, Siri, that's supposed to tell you where to go, tells you wrong. She'll tell you to turn left, you're supposed to turn right. It doesn't work, okay? But I still turn her on just because there's the beam where I'm going. Then everybody goes everywhere in the road. You have bicycles and motorbikes and pedestrians and cars that zig and zag in and out. There's no lines, there's no rhyme or reason. It's just kind of this intuitive flow, and I don't know how everyone doesn't have an accident. The first time I drove here, I had one. But then I began to just let go, let God, and trust the flow, and not listen to what I was being told by Siri, you know, turn left, turn right. I just ignored the rules. And I still do, because the rules don't apply, and I just kept focusing on where I'm going. All right, so there's a lot of similarities between today, because you know our whole world has changed, and a lot of the rules are not going to be the right ones for you to follow. They're not to help you on your journey home, back to source, back to home worlds. In fact, you know, it's a time when you just have to say, okay, I know you're doing that, I know you're saying that, and not get distracted. All right, stay focused. Now, I am always aware of everything that's going on around me. You know, this guy on the little scooter that scooted out in front of me, the bicycle, the motorcycle that's up my rear end. I know what's going on. You have to know what's going on. You just can't ignore it. But I don't get distracted by it, okay? I don't get distracted by the show. I don't eat popcorn. I don't, you know, look outside of myself for someone else to drive my car. Does that make a lot of sense now? The metaphors here that we can only use on YouTube. So, stay focused. Where are you going? You're going home. You're going to the fifth dimensional earth. You're going to the higher frequencies, and everything else that's going on right now is a distraction. You know, you might, you know, when you're in nursery school, you follow the rules, you know, wash your hand, you know, stand in line, you raise your, you know, you get permission to go to the bathroom and to do everything. And that's just, you know, there's a lot of people on that frequency band following the rules. What should I do, teacher? What should I do next? You know, okay, teacher. And then, you know, when you get to high school, maybe you're like a freak and you're like, you know, screw the rules, screw it all, you know, all this. And you know, might even, you know, whatever you do, and you know, you're rebellious. You don't want to listen to your teachers, your parents. You don't want to listen to anybody, you know, because you know everything. Okay, that's another phase, that's another frequency on Earth campus of the 3D world. And then finally, when you're ready, you begin to rise above all the drama, all the distractions, all the duality, into the higher frequencies of just a knowing, a solid knowing. I say a beingness, being, an infinite human being. And that's where you want to go. That's home. Ciao for now.